Welcome to Moto Smartphones channel. Motorola cell phones are coming with more internal storage, but at some point, you may still run out of 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, or 256 gigabytes. Choosing a good Motorola phone with an explainable storage/micro SD card slot is best to avoid this situation. The Motorola brand has several models with expandable memory, but we've chosen the best one to make your search easier. Thanks to the corresponding slot, the internal memory can be expanded to 512 gigabytes and up to 1 terabyte. All product links are in description. 1. Motorola Moto G13 1. Motorola Moto G13. The Motorola Moto G13 is a reliable and affordable choice for those looking for one with a dedicated SD card slot. The Motorola Moto G13 is an excellent option if you are looking for a dual SIM phone with a dedicated SD card slot. A powerful 2.0 GHz octa-core processor with 4 GB RAM ensures smooth performance for your everyday needs. The phone has 128 gigabytes of internal storage, which can be expanded using a micro SD card if you need more space for your files and apps. The hybrid microSD card slot may be less convenient for some users, as it requires choosing between a second SIM card or expandable storage. Moreover, the Moto G13 has a slightly bulky design, which may be a drawback for those looking for a sleek and slim device. The Motorola Moto G13 offers a solid combination of performance, storage, and battery life, making it an attractive choice for anyone looking for a dual SIM phone with a dedicated SD card slot. Remember your phone's limitations regarding CDMA network compatibility and hybrid card slot arrangement. Key specifications: display, 6.5 inches. 1600 by 720 processor, octa-core 2 GHz MediaTek Helio G85, storage space, 4 GB RAM, 128 GB storage expandable with micro SD camera, 50 megapixels, 2 megapixels, macro, 2 megapixels, depth. Operating system, Android 13, weight, 184 grams. Battery, excellent battery life with 5,000 mAh capacity, 2. Moto Edge 30 Pro. One of the best Motorola's with expandable memory, the Moto Edge 30 Pro is a great option that offers users long-lasting battery life, ample storage for the price, and especially a high-resolution camera. Additionally, with a refresh rate of 144 Hz and an aspect ratio of 20:9, the device ensures that users can enjoy visual enjoyment. Besides the stunning display and excellent camera quality, users also get an octa-core-based processor and expandable internal storage. Key specifications: display, screen size, 6.70 inches, processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8, Gen 1, internal storage, 8 GB RAM and 128 GB, front camera, 60 megapixels, battery capacity, 4,800 mAh, connectivity, 5G 3. Motorola Moto G51 5G. The mid-range Motorola Moto G51 5G has a few gems on its tech sheet. Memory-wise, you can choose between 64 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes configurations, with the assurance of later expansion up to 512 gigabytes using a micro SD card. This gives you more space to install apps and store images, documents, and other files. This Motorola Moto G51 5G also stands out for its large 6.8-inch LCD screen resolution, Full HD+, and refresh rate of 120 Hz. A Qualcomm Snapdragon 480 Plus processor underneath the chassis performs well in basic daily tasks. The operating system is Android 11, and an update to Android 12 has been confirmed. The internal storage of the Moto G51 5G can reach 512 gigabytes using a micro SD card. This Moto G51 5G has 3 cameras on the back, along with one 50-megapixel primary camera. For selfies, a 13-megapixel front camera is mounted in the screen hole. Key specifications: display, 6.8 inches LCD screen resolution, Full HD processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 480 plus storage, 4 gigabytes RAM, and 128 gigabytes of internal storage that can be expanded via microSD operating system. Android 11. Battery, 5,000 milliamp hour non-removable battery, wireless network technology, GSM, CDMA, LTE4. Motorola Moto G100. The internal memory of Motorola Moto G100 can be expanded with a microSD card. Among the best Motorola phones you can buy is the Motorola Moto G100, which comes in a single 8 GB plus 128 GB model. If you feel the internal memory is insufficient, you can quickly expand it up to 1 TB using a microSD card. The processor that brings it to life is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870, which, besides providing 5G connectivity, also wastes power to run all the necessary tasks. Key specifications. Display, 6.7 inches with 90 Hz refresh rate and 1080 by 2520. SoC, Qualcomm SM8250A C Snapdragon 870 RAM, 8 GB. Storage space, 128 gigabytes can be expanded up to 1 terabyte camera, rear, front. 64 megapixels, plus 16 megapixels, plus 2 megapixels, plus TOF 3D, 16 megapixels, plus 8 megapixels. Battery, 5,000 milliamp hours. Operating system, Android 11. All product link are in description. 5. Moto G Power, excellent battery life and lag-free performance are the standout features of the popular Moto G Power. The phone runs on the Qualcomm SM6115 Snapdragon 662 processor that offers improved speeds to reduce latency and enable smooth multitasking. Instead, you can enjoy gesture-based features, switch to dark mode, and more. 4 gigabytes of RAM lets you freeze multiple apps in the background, while 64 gigabytes of storage lets you store various files. The water-repellent design protects your phone from external elements, such as splashes and splashes. The 48-megapixel triple camera system quickly captures stunning photos and videos in various lighting conditions. Key specifications. Display, 6.6 inches, 720 by 1600, SoC, Qualcomm SM6115, Snapdragon 662, RAM, 4 gigabytes, storage capacity, 64 gigabytes, camera, rear, front, 48 megapixels plus 2 megapixel plus 2 megapixel, 8 megapixel battery, 5,000 milliamp hours with fast charging of 15 watts. Operating system, Android 10.6, Motorola. Moto G82. Another good explainable storage, Motorola phone with a good camera is the Moto G82, which offers users a capable package. It features an attractive display, an excellent camera setup, and a powerful chipset. This model has a thickness of 7.46 millimeters and a weight of 173 grams, and its outstanding design provides a comfortable fit. A 6.6-inch OLED display occupies most of the front, so that you can expect good performance with full HD plus resolution and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The processor manages the power of Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 with an integrated 5G modem. The good thing about this Moto G82 is that it comes with Android 12, so we can expect a similar version to the Google Pixel. It also has a 50-megapixel rear primary camera and a 16-megapixel front lens. Key specifications. Screen, 6.60 inches OLED display processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 695, internal storage, 8 gigabytes RAM and 128 gigabytes, plus 1 terabyte expandable storage battery capacity, 5,000 milliamp hours, connectivity. 5G operating system, Android 12.7. Motorola Moto G22. The Motorola Moto G22 is a good choice if you are looking for an affordable smartphone with a slot for MSD cards. It has 128 gigabytes built in and can be expanded to 1 terabyte using microSD. The processor powering it is MediaTek Helio G37. Performs basic tasks well. One of the most significant advantages of this affordable Moto G22 is its 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which can provide more than a day of autonomy without much trouble. It also features a 6.5-inch screen, full HD plus resolution, and 90 Hz refresh rate. By the way, you already have Android 12 as your operating system. This smartphone lets you take good photos, especially with the 50-megapixel primary camera. It also has a 16-megapixel front camera for selfies. Key specifications. Screen. 6.5-inch Full HD plus resolution screen. Storage, 128 gigabytes built-in and can be expanded to 1 terabyte using microSD battery. 5,000 milliamp hours. Battery. Main camera, 50-megapixel primary camera. Operating system, Android 12.8. Motorola One Action. Another one of the best Moto camera phones is the Motorola One Action. It is a solid all-rounder that offers an attractive design, decent internals, stable battery life, full HD plus display, and more lucrative specifications to improve the overall operating experience of the user. The Motorola One Action is ideal for those looking for an SD card-supported phone with high-quality selfie photos and videos. Key specifications. Screen, 6.3 inches HD plus display internal storage, 4 gigabytes RAM, and 128 gigabytes plus 512 gigabytes. Expandable storage, front camera. 12-megapixel battery capacity, 3,500 milliamp hours. Connectivity, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and NFC 9. Motorola One Vision. Motorola One Vision is a great investment phone that offers users a solid configuration, including explainable storage, ample RAM, a reliable processor setup, and a good set of cameras. In addition to impeccable camera quality, this handset features a sleek and stylish design with a punch-hole display. The powerful processor with turbocharging support also ensures a lag-free gaming and multitasking experience. Key specifications. Display screen size, 6.3 inches. Processor, Samsung Exynos 9609. Internal storage, GB RAM, and 128 GB plus 512 expandable storage front camera, 25 megapixel battery capacity, 3,500 milliamp hour. All product links are in description. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel.